The 49ers go back to MetLife Stadium this weekend after a Week 2 game against the Jets that resulted in multiple lower leg injuries. Nick Bosa gone for the year with an ACL tear. Solomon Thomas ACL tear. Raheem Mostert knee injury. The list goes on and on. And, Peter, the report came out yesterday that all parties involved, NFL, NFLPA, they went back, they took another look at the field. Everything is supposedly fine with the field. Good luck convincing the 49ers of that after what they went through this past weekend. They believe there's an issue, and sometimes that just makes you even more upset when you're saying there's an issue and no one's listening. Like when you take your car into the shop and you try to tell the mechanic there's an issue, and the mechanic's like, I don't see a problem. No, there's a problem. And I don't, the challenge for the 49ers this weekend, because they're going to have to play on that surface, Kyle Shanahan's got to get them to quit thinking about it, not worry about it, because there's nothing they can do about it. They have to go out and play.
What Kyle Shanahan did was back his players. His players saying this turf is terrible. But what really told me something, I heard Ian Rappaport talking about this yesterday, Mike, is that, it wasn't only they had the two teams there, but they also had the NFLPA there and an independent turf specialist to come in and to say, here's what we think about this turf. Now, you got to take them at their word. They came out, kumbaya, this turf is fine. So, you're right. He's got to come out this weekend, and they have to play with a severely depleted team against the Giants. And again, look, everybody will look at the Jets and Giants as an entry, okay? They both stink. One's the 31st team, one's the 32nd team. No, that isn't the case. The Giants are not that bad. The Giants could give the 49ers a game this weekend, and they could be very competitive this weekend, even without Saquon Barkley. And look, the Giants have their injuries too. But you're exactly right. Kyle Shanahan has to stand in front of them Saturday night, or whether it's going to be a virtual meeting Saturday, and he's got to say, hey, look, remember when we were all complaining about the turf? Never mind. You got to go out and play on it tomorrow. So we'll see what kind of effect it has, but if you're a professional, you have to trust. Look, I've seen the union in the past, Mike, justifiably go crazy about some surfaces in the NFL. And the fact that this union now signs off on it, I think the players on the 49ers have to say, okay, we're okay with this because our union has been fiercely independent when it comes to certifying fields. So I do think the 49ers have just got to suck it up, play on the field that they apparently hate, and realize that, maybe, just maybe, there was a little bit of an overreaction there.
Or the 49ers believe that the NFLPA is now part of the problem because no one's listening to us. Either way, they've got to process this by Sunday. And George Kittle, his status in question for Sunday's game after suffering the knee injury week 1. Will the 49ers hold him out an extra week because they do believe that there's an issue with the turf? That's going to be one of the interesting questions as Sunday rolls around. I think it's going to be very hard to keep George Kittle off the field. You have to keep him out of the stadium in order to keep him off the field because he will play no matter what if he feels like he's able to get out there and move around.